Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. This is Helen, Aspire to Inspire Arts and Crafts. I am honored and excited to be part of the Let's Go Steampunk hosted by Cheryl Hansen. What we have is a schedule of all these talented collaborators who will be participating as well. And so the digital kit that I am using is called Gothic Steampunk, and you could purchase this at Cheryl's Crafts on Etsy. Right now, it is 30% sale, so it's going to be on sale until 1 week after the collaboration ends. So if you haven't got it, go visit her shop so that this way you could be ready to participate in our collaboration. Please support the other Masterful Tinkers by subscribing their channels and commenting on it. Everyone who comments on it, on each of the collaborators, you'll have a chance to win one of the over 30 fantastic prizes that Cheryl has, and will be picking and announcing the lucky winners in her channel. So it's going to be 2 weeks after the collaboration wraps up. So make sure that you comment and also subscribe to their channel. Now, the other thing is, please follow us as we're creating and show us your creation. I would like to see that. I think all of us would love to see you make your own creation and show what you have done. So when you comment, that you put hashtag Let's Go Steampunk, hashtag Let's Go Steampunk, okay? So what I will be working on is the Gothic Steampunk goggles, Artisan Adornment. So that is my prompt. Next, what I will be showing you is the Gothic Steampunk digital kits, and then we'll flip through it. I'll put some music on, and we'll go with that. As you can see, there's so much in here that I hope I didn't get you all dizzy by flipping the pages, as I wanted you to see it the upright ways of this digital kit. But this is just a few, because you remember I already used some of it. And as you can see, there's one piece cut right there. So yes, so I got plenty of steampunk to do a lot of things with this. So, but let's get going with the project that I made. And the project that I made is it's a belly band closure. So, but it's also the goggles, Artisan Adornment. But I made it out of a belly band closure. So let's see how that turned out. what I am doing today is I've been invited to join Cheryl Hansen collaboration, Let's Go Steampunk. My prompt is Artisan, Adornment, Goggle, and it's Gothic because that's what I chose, the Gothic. And so I thought I had the video on, but I didn't. So what you missed is I did an eyelid over here and an eyelid over here because there was an image there. Let me show you. There's a small one right here. See, there was this image here and this image here. So I went ahead and put eyelid there. And then there was two brats right on this side. So I went ahead and put these two brats here. And so that's what you missed. And I'm sorry. I also talked about the fuzzy cut that I did to the goggle. I also put a cardstock behind it. I did put acetate on this clock. I left this one alone. So this is the goggles that's in the kit. So all I did was went ahead and put some of these bling blings, whatever you call them. And on here, I put the brad. Actually, I put a eyelid and then I put the brad on top of it. So this has an eyelid and then the brad. And then these are the brads. And so that's what I've done. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my copper. And what I want to do is just touch a couple little places here and there that has copper. Okay, so I have this little small paintbrush, and I put a little bit of dab of acrylic. This is the copper. So I'm going to use this and just go in here and saturate my little paintbrush here. It's very thin. I wanted to get a one that had a small point because I'm dealing with the little details here. So where I see the copper right now is up here. It's up here right here in this area. So all I'm doing, let me see, where's my tweezers here? I'm gonna hold on to this so it could stop moving around on me while I'm painting this. So all I'm gonna do is just go in here and put some copper to the background of this gear just to give it that shine to the goggles. Okay, so that's it. And this is a little bit rusty here, but I'm going to go ahead and put the copper and in the areas where I think the copper is at. And that's all I'm doing is just touching it. Once I'm finished with the copper, I'm going to come back with the gold because I see gold in here too. So here's the copper. So I'm just going around the copper with this paintbrush and just touching up all the copper. See the rest of it? Oops, I didn't glue that one on. So here's my gem, and I didn't glue this one, so that's why it came off. So I'll glue that in a little bit. So I see some more copper here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the gear here with copper. And I'm not taking away from the design. I'm just adding a little shine to the colors that's already here. So yeah, I don't want to take away from the art, but just giving it another touch with the same color so that it could give that adornment look. And then this is kind of gold, so I'm leaving that alone. So I think I touched all the copper, I believe. There's a little bit in here and a little bit right there. And that's all I'm doing. And so now that I've touched it with the copper, I wet this towel, paper towel, to get the paint off. So now let's go back to the painting here. So now I'm going to use the gold because I see gold, more gold in here. Just giving it a little touch. So when the light hits it, you see the shine to the goggles. And that's what I'm trying to do here. It's supposed to be Gothic, because that's what I chose. And so yeah, so I'm just coming here and touching it up. I'm not really going too much into details because it will pick up the details. And then there's a little bit go there. So I'm just going over the same color that's on here on this design, the goggle, and just giving it the same kind of color, but with using the acrylic paint to give it that shine. Okay, so there you go. Okay, now I'm going to take this gold off, and now I'm going to touch it up with the silver, because I see some little metal silver there. So I'm going to go ahead and use the silver. And so where's my, here it is. I like to hold it with this, so that this way I have control of the element here. So now I'm just touching the silver part, which is the gears right now, to give it that little shine that it needs. And then there's some right in here, and I'm just going to dot this because that happens to be the minutes. Then I see a little bit of silver there. I'm going to paint this silver right there. And this is all metal right in here. I'm using silver for it. Might as well do this part. I don't mind at all. This is silver. You can still see the outline. When it dries, you'll see it just like you saw it here. I put silver and then it dried, and you can still see the shading of it. And I think that's it. So this is done. And now I'm going to go to the next side. You don't need to see me. You already saw how I did this. So I'm going to go to the next side and do the same thing. And then I'll be back. Okay, the phone turned off on me. So let me explain where I'm at here. What I have is these little portions of gems here. It's supposed to be a design, but I took the clear gems out of here so that I could put it in right here in the middle of this gear, in the middle of this gear, and the middle of this gear. So that's where my gems are at. And then there was 2 brads there, so I decided to put the little small gems there too. And then I used, for this here, what I used this gem that I have. So I just cut 2 and cut it in half and put one over here and one over there. And so I repeated the same pattern over here. And then I put, I think I already mentioned that I put a gem here on top of the acetate. And so here's my brads. And then here's the copper brads. On top of the copper brad, underneath the copper brads, I have the eyelid. I had punched them, and I was going to do something, just leave the eyelets there, but I changed my mind and I decided to put brads. So that's what you have there. So this is how it looked, okay? So The next thing I did was I put an eyelet, and then I put this chain. What I have here is this chain. So I just used the size that I wanted to use here on this side of the goggles. And then I have these closure to close the chain. Now, these are the ones that I do have, but I'm just using the copper, so you only get to see the copper here. And so that's what I did there. I just punch a hole. This small one right here, the small brats that I use here, eyelet that I use here, this chain fits right in it, so you don't have to fuss with that. So you see, it's easy to go in and out. So that's what I did there. Okay, so then is how did I put this together on here? So for that, I have a demonstration here. Now, what you need is 2 pieces of strip, and you want to make sure that it's almost the same size as the image, okay? So these are the goggles. I already cut it in half, so you didn't get to see that. And so I'm just letting you know that, excuse my voice, I'm losing my voice again. Yeah, let me see, let me cut this right here. Okay, so yeah, so this is the goggles, and I cut it in half right in the middle of the frame, the nose bridge frame. So so now they're separated. I have 2 cardstock, and make sure that they're the same size. This is a little bit smaller, but that would work. So the first thing you want to do, let me put this to the side here, is you want to score the end here, and I'm going to score it at at 3/4. Okay, so I'm scoring it at 3/4. That's one, and let me do the other one. And the reason why I'm scoring these is because these are going to be folded. So this is going to be folded. It's going to be folded this way, okay? So it's going to be folded like this. So this is actually the center of the closing of the belly band is what I'm making here. So what you need to do is you need to center this in the middle. So I'm just going to guess my center here. And actually, you're supposed to glue the whole thing. I'm just doing partial because this is just a demo. But make sure you glue all of it. And make sure that the centerpiece, the strip, is the same size of the of your image, so that this way it'll stay protected, and you won't ruin the centerpiece of the closure of the belly band that I'm making. And then get the other side, and this is where you need to make sure that you match it right in there. So let me just glue this first, and then make sure that the fold is exact, and match it up. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to match the image together, so that this way when you close it, it makes the goggles. Okay, so now that you have this, now I'm making a trifolio, the one that it has 3 panels. One folds this way, and then you have the center, and then this one folds over the center. Well, that's what I made. And so in order to do the closure, this is what you do. One more thing to this is that I'm trying to find something more smaller than this. Yes, I found something here. Let me use a cardstock. Let's say this is the center of your trifold. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that, remember, all of this needs to be glued on. Make sure that this is where you want it to be, and then you flip it over, okay? So in this case, mine is right here. Let me just mark it with the scoring. And then the other one is over here. Let me do the scoring over here. So now you have the score, and all you do is just gonna fold that, and then fold this one. So this goes behind, okay? Okay, I need to cut this a little bit smaller because apparently this is too big. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use these small scissors. So this is what you'll have. This will be your closure. Now, I need to make this a little bit wider. Okay, so when you put these together, this is how it's gonna look, you see? So then what you do in the back is you make sure you glue this. Let me just cut this part. I want to make sure that I had enough strip so that you can see how this is done. So there you go. So now you just put it wherever you want it on your thing, and then turn it around and then glue this part. Now, if you don't have enough, then what you could do is you could add some more of the cardstock. So there it is. So you match it together, and that's your closure. And so you get this. So you get this. Now the next thing you do is you get your fold already done. You see, I want this to go over this way. So in order to do that, I have to cut this side first, all the way to the center of the strip. Okay, and this part, it'll be right there. And then the left one, which will be the right eye, I'm going to turn it upside down and then go through the middle. Okay, so now you have a slit on the top and you have a slit on the top. So then what you do is you just we put these two together to make I didn't cut this in the middle here. Oh, is it the other one? I'm not too sure. Excuse my voice. It's like it does that. It goes away on me. But anyway, so that's what you do. You see, so that would be your closer. So so that's how you make the goggle closure belly band that I envisioned. This is my centerpiece of my trifold. My trifold folder. And all you do is just put that together. See, so now we have the back part. And I just use this as my wrap. And then here's the center. I'm gonna get this and put it right here. And that's how I made this. See? And it opens. Now, what I have is a flip. See, I have a flip. And then this is the owl, and then he has his own goggles here, and it's a swivel. Then you could close this. And then I gave it some extra room. It's glued from here all the way up. See, because it only goes that far. And then over here, it only goes this far. So from here to here, I glued this part, which is, let me show you. This part, I glued this part to the centerfold. And so I wanted it to be a flip so you could see the owl with the swivel goggles. But at the same time, when you close it, you don't see it. All you have is just the belly band goggles closure that I envision making. It's called the Gothic Steampunk. This is the package that I'm working with, and it's the goggles Artisan Adornment that I made. Okay, so this is what I did to it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for the invitation, and I had fun making this. You all have a nice day, and again, thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye.